how did you, from hosting these shows where you grew up or went to college rather, to starting to actually DJ? At what point did you start working with Trav?
No, I was already Trav would like send me music while I was in school, because Trav was still back in Texas. He was in school too, so he would.
Did you go to college?
Yeah. Trav went to UT, and he was there just like making beats. Like literally, he's locked in. He's locked in his own right, just doing fucking working on music literally every day. So he like make shit, put it on SoundCloud or whatever, or just send me shit, and I would like play it at house parties or like whatever the fuck. So it never was like really
funny.
Yeah, because I've known him for so long. It wasn't like a musical relationship. It's
right.
Definitely
like
like
a friendship.
Yeah, it's like our moms are like mad cool. It's like some real deep shit. So
that's crazy.
Yeah. So fucking when it came time to do shows, it wasn't like yo, am I your DJ? It was kind of like, yo, we got a show. Like, what are we gonna do? Type of shit. Yeah. So it just kind of happened, and towards the end of my college career or whatever, my college tenure or whatever the fuck you want to call it, I ended up dropping out because like some money shit or whatever.
Gotcha.
And I had to move up to Jersey where my grandmother used to stay, and Trav used to come up, and we'd be like editing music videos in there and all type of shit, whatever. And then it just kind of happened from there. Like as soon as I dropped out, I feel like shit started going up musically. So
that's
it worked
awesome.
out. Yeah, it was definitely time for me to go. So I'm glad it worked out how it did.
That's amazing. Yeah, and I think it's cool. Like, I think people knew kind of the scale that it picked up afterwards. Most people don't think about, like, one of my favorite visuals is like this iceberg where like the Titanic iceberg where underneath the water is like all the work you did before.
Exactly, yeah.
And then above is like the dude
little
juggling
peak.
or like the peak,
The little peak you get to see, yeah.
But yeah, so I think the documentary that just came out, it was like a really good visual.
Yeah.
Tyler like killed it.
No, he
really,
murdered that
really
shit.
Really good visual of
yeah.
what kind of that was, but having been like the part of it, it's pretty cool to see.
Yeah, it's a lot more than that too. Like that was only like the last like 2.5 years of footage, but the shit we used to have to go through in like 2013 and shit was not dope. So
what kind of stuff?
Man, just it wasn't always like tour buses and
of course
and everybody around. Used to be just me and him like flying around just doing shows like the two of us and shit. So it was a lot more stressful, a lot less comfortable. But I always knew it was gonna get to this point, so I wasn't just tripping. I always knew.
That's the best.
Yeah, it was like you got to go through. I'd rather do it, and like rather than us just like race to have like a year's worth of success and then just be over. Like you got to.
Which happens to a lot of the people,
right? Especially nowadays, because shit like shit just goes viral and shit so fast. It's like you're not ready for it. So
there's that expectation level of like you put out a hit, and
right?
It's like
the song's bigger than
you're 15 years old.
Yeah,
what the.
Yeah. Like, don't say anything stupid on Twitter. Don't, what I'm saying? Like, yeah, this is your new life now.
Or even now, like the version of that is don't have said anything stupid because they'll go back and look at your tweets from 3 years ago.
Exactly, yeah. So it's like you got to throw these kids into like just being a celebrity. It's pretty crazy.
What advice would you give for either younger DJs out there or younger artists to just make their move and do it in their own way?
Just be genuine and
no gimmicks.
Yeah, right. I mean, like I said, if it's not just because it's a gimmick to me, don't mean it's a gimmick to everybody. But yeah, just be genuine, man, and fucking what was I about to say? You gotta be stubborn for real. Like just go with your move. You know what I'm saying? Like word to the homie Big Tony, man. Like you really just gotta stick with your guns for as long as you think it's worth to take. Like if you say you're like making a move or whatever and it doesn't work out after like the past year and you want to change it up, like maybe if you stuck with it for a little bit longer, like you'll never know. So my whole thing has always been like to just stick with your shit.